Hello everyone, welcome to my channel, Gail's Golden Needle. I'm Gail, and this is a YouTube floss tube about cross stitch, English paper piecing, quilting, wool applique, embroidery. I do a lot of different needle arts. So welcome, welcome, welcome. To anyone who is new, I welcome you. I hope you enjoy what you see. I hope you continue to watch, maybe subscribe. I'm at about 300 and some subscribers. And for all of you who have stayed with me and watched and commented, it really, thank you. I love this little community. I really enjoy the commenting back and forth, the advice you give me, the comments that I inspired you or that you learned something new from me. That's just amazing. So that's what this is all about, is sharing and getting inspiration from one another, encouragement from one another. And I get that all from you. So thank you so much for being here with me. So let's get on with this. Today it is February 18th, 2023. And here in Chicago, it's still cold. The sun is out. We had some, I don't know, rain, sleet, snowy mix that just was coming at you the other day. So it's still stuck to the ground some, but the roads are clear. The roads are clear. So, and it's just cold. So let's get started. Today I have a fully finish. Oh, I love it. It's so pretty. I can't wait to share that with you. And I have a new start. And I have some, a lot of works in progress. I've had some good stitchy time because I've been working. But I also had some of that stitching time was frogging. So I'll show you that. Don't like it frogging. And a little bit of haul. So let's get started, shall we? I'm just going to take another sip of coffee because my hands are cold today. I don't know why, but my hands are cold today. I'm not usually cold. I'm usually hot. So there we go. All right. So start up with my fully finish. So this was, I showed last time that I had finished my cardinal kin. And I had kind of switched up some of the flosses, like on the, I just kind of switched them up. And so, and I was doing this one on 32 count Lugana cobblestone. And so this is how I fully finished it. Oh my gosh, it's so pretty. I tried the ruching with beads. Thank you, Vanna Pfeiffer. That woman is fantastic. All of her tutorials are just perfect. I mean, I watch them over and over again. I have them saved in my library so that I can always reference them. So if you have anything that you want to try, go check out Vanna Pfeiffer, the Twisted Stitcher. Wonderful tutorials. Thank you, Vanna. I don't think she watches me, but thank you, Vanna. I love you. So this is my cardinal kins with the ruching, with the beads. So you can see some of the beads there. They're pretty. Now, the back fabric. This is why I keep every little scrap of fabric. I have a lot of fabric, and I have bins and boxes and big bags. Well, they're not bags, but well, they're bags. They're the zipper kind of bags that you get your big comforters in and that kind of stuff. I save them because I fill them up with scraps of fabric. So this is what I had. And I had just enough to put this on there. Isn't it pretty? It was like it was meant to be. This fabric that I have saved over the years. I have no idea where this fabric is from, who it's by, or anything. I mean, it's probably 20 years old. Seriously. So, because I have Here, I'll show you. I have this much left in this little piece. And I save it because it might be for English paper piecing. So, it goes over there in that pile. And isn't that pretty? I think it just, with the ruching, it just looks pretty on either side. I'm so happy with this one. So that was my fully finished. Okay. Now I'm going to go into what I started. A new start. So, Helen D. and Cobweb Corners, I think it's Cobweb Corners, started a sale on Valentine's Day, February 14th. And it was hashtag Strawberry Fair Sale, F-A-I-R-E. Here, I'll show you. And so this is by October House Fiber Arts. And it's the Strawberry Fair. Oh, so pretty. And I just saw that she's coming out with, this is a series. And so the next one is like Honey Fair or something like that. Oh, I want that one. That one is so cute. So I did get some of the overdyed floss. And the rest of it is in DMCs. And I am doing this one on 38 count chai tea. I don't know who the dyer is, but it's chai tea. And it's from that big piece where I had to, we'll get to that also. So, let me show you my start on Strawberry Fair. So pretty. And I like it on this fabric. Oh, it's showing up really well with the light today. So the lighting is good again today. So that's my Strawberry Fair. So it's a lot of concentration because of the counting all of this. But like I said, I really, really like it. I think it's going to be very pretty. And I'm excited about her, that they've come out with some others. So if I had a chance to check that. She came out with a couple of other things from Market that I'd like to get. So, great. So that was my new start. Now on to some of my works in progress. So for my Whip Go this month, I've been trying the Whip Go this year. And so numbers 7 and 11 were called. So I have mine in categories. And so number 7 is Fall Halloween, and number 11 is monochromatic. So I have several projects that fall into those categories. So that enables me, by doing categories, which I got from Teresa, the little stitcher, is that I'm able to say, okay, I feel like doing this one now. Or you know what, I got to do a monochromatic. This is a monochromatic. Some things I kind of stretch a little bit, and you'll see. But for the most part, it doesn't say, Gail, you're supposed to work on this one. And I'm thinking, I don't want to work on the Santa Claus right now, but I might want to work on this Christmas right now. So that's where I'm at. And for me, it's working 3 days. Now, for a day for me is, it might be in the morning. It might, I have like an hour, hour and a half on one, another hour in the car. And then maybe in the afternoon, if I'm up to it when I get home, it might be that evening stitch. Or it could be that whole day off. That's a day. So for me, again, it's a stretch on what a day is. So these first two I will show you. This one is a monochromatic. And I've been working on this in the car in the mornings. I just started this week on this one in the car. And so this is by Wild Violet Cross Stitch. It's the Handmaid's Tale. So, I hope it's not too much of a glare. I think that's pretty good. I can see that. Okay, and I am stitching this with We Will Die For You fabrics in the color Sandstone. And it's an 18 count Aida. And I'm using, oh, I better put this on this. I'm using Classic Colorworks Belchois Cranberry. And for the white, I use 3865. I didn't use Blanc. I use 3865 for the white. Up here, let me do this. So, as you can see, I'm working on this. I leave it like this because it travels with me in the morning in the car. So I've been working on the house. I'm just filling in the house. So that's where I'm at with that one. So this one is a nice one. I'd like to get this one done this year. That is on my wishes to get that one done this year. Okay, and again, we're just bringing them all over there. So the next one, and I got some comments about this one, because it was how I'm stitching it with the fancy floss. This one is Forbidden Fiber Co. Wednesday. And I bought the kit with the Ada. So this is on 18 count Ada in the color Charcoal by Forbidden Fiber Co. Company with all of the threads. And so this, I finished filling in the one side of her head. A lot of stitching. And again, this one I was doing in the mornings last week in the car, in the dark. So it's a little bit slow, but I would get about a thread in. So I was real happy with that. So what you can see up here, oh, that's really kind of showing that it was getting kind of stripy this way, and I didn't want her to have stripes like that. So I've been going around and back up and then around and back up. So it does have some highlights in there of the different variegations, but it's not stripy. To me, it looks a little bit more like hair highlights. So that's what I've been doing. This one's fun. It's a lot of fun, and it's, like I said, it's a great one for in the car to work on in the mornings, or my traveling stitch, because it's just filling in right now. So that's why I blocked all that out, and then I just kind of fill in. So here we go. Next up, I worked a little bit more on Strawberry Fields Forever. So this is on my sampler by Blackbird Design. And I gotta take this out, see if I got my notes in here. I'm trying to keep my notes on my floss ring. Let's see, did I put them on here? Maybe not. Where did I put the notes for this one? Oh, here it is. So it's on 28 count Mirage Lugana. And as far as the floss, I'm all over the place with the floss. I have changed up the floss. I have marked them all down, but I have really changed up the floss on this. So it's all over the place. I've been changing as I go. But this is where I'm at so far on this. Oh, that looks pretty in there. I like this Mirage. So yeah, this is 28 count Mirage Lugano by Picture This Plus. This gave me some trouble because I was trying to find colors that would show up. In the picture, it shows up more blue than mine. But I think I finally figured it out. You don't quite see, up close you can kind of see some of the stripes. There we go. So I'm filling in this house. To me, it's like a hotel. That's a lot of windows for a house. A lot of stories for a house. I'm calling it the hotel. Okay, so we got that one. That one's a lot of fun too. Like I said, I'm getting better and better at Lugana. I'm not really, I've tried a couple times with the linen, and I struggle. I do struggle with the linen. I don't know why I struggle with the linen, but the Luganas I like. So, all right. Then up is, let's see. Let's do this one. So this one is a restart. And this is Heartstrings Samplery. Let me take this one out. Heartstrings Samplery Scary Sampler. Now, last time I showed it, I had started it on this 28 count chai. And I didn't like it. I don't know why. I just did not like the way this was stitching up on here. It's great fabric. I did cut out a piece, and I'm using that for Strawberry Fair. Love it for that. And the stitches are coming out great with that. But I just did not like the way it was coming out on this. So I did buy, and I'm doing this now. I restarted it on, this is, I know it's a 32 count. Let's see where I put my notes. I'm sorry. I know it's a 32 count. Oh, there it is. There's my notes. 32 count Storm Lugana. And I really like the way that one comes out. So I'm going to show you this. I like the size of it. I like how the colors pop on it. I love how the colors pop on it. I see the variegation more. I think when the stitches are a little bit smaller, and I use 2 strands because I do like that saturation, that I see that variegation better to my eye. Oh, look at that little guy, that little alien. So you can kind of see the difference. Just gonna put it up like this. You see? So that's the size difference. And that's the color difference. I just think this looks brighter, and I like the brightness of it. So that's what I've been doing with that one. So I think this one's, I'm enjoying this one as well. It's a big one though. Don't know if I'll get this one done this year, but I'm enjoying it. I really do enjoy this one. So that would definitely be, I worked on that a little bit to restart it, and because I restarted it on the 6th, Scary Sampler. And to me, that falls in Halloween. To me, it falls in Halloween. So, all right, next up is Da Bear. Da Bear by Cottage Garden Samplings. This is that series, A Year in the Woods. And I'm doing this with Amy from Mimi's Stitchery. I'll put this up. Amy from Mimi's Stitchery. And our hashtag is #Woods Sunday Sal. And I was doing really good on him. And then I thought, okay, I'm going to outline it. And then I tried to work on it because I don't really watch the football game on Super Bowl last Sunday. Then I woke up the next morning and I looked at it and it didn't match up. I'll show you. Frog him out. So I had come around like this. And then started over this way, and it wasn't matching. His toes in here, I kind of recharted because I took this all out, and this swirl I had in there, and I took it all back out to here because I had miscounted. This was supposed to be 8 stitches right there, and I did 7 or something like that. So I found it. So I started over. I went all the way back. Still wasn't matching. So I counted and I counted like 12 times, and it was fine. My counting, unless I don't know, but So his hands and toes are a little bit different. It'll work. But all this in here is a little fudgy. All this in here is a little fudgy. But I think I'm back on track here and here. I hope. Well, we'll see. So that's where I'm at with the bear. I still love him. Boy, I've had a lot of counting and frogging, and I was like, oh, getting a headache. So he'll get some more love tomorrow. Then I worked on fudging or frogging. So I'll just show this. We're just going to do this. So I frogged some more on Mirabilia Woods, Cathedral Woods Goddess. I think it's that way. Cathedral Woods Goddess. I just call her Woods Goddess. The Woods Goddess. So that's what she's going to look like. And I frogged out all the Kreinik that I had done. So, I'll show you. I think I'm going to be able to hold it like this. So I had put it in here. I had some Kreinik up in here. I do have some Kreinik here still, and this one seems to lay okay for me. And this one is a copper, but these golds, didn't like them, frogged them all out. Well, that was a chore. And I carefully snipped like the top, and I ended up having to take tweezers. I had little pieces of gold all over me and everything. It was a mess. But I did it on a Wednesday Zoom. So thank you, ladies, for keeping me company during that. That was really nice. That was a good time to frog, because I was careful not to say bad words because I was on a Zoom. So I frogged it out. And I went and picked up some diamond. So I'm going to try that. But one of the Zoom friends, she said that she sent me some of the petite treasure braids. And everybody else is, a lot of you commented, and thank you so much, Stephanie and everybody. My Stephanie in New Jersey. About using the petite treasure braids. That's a new one for me. Petite treasure braids. Oh, unless I go all the way up to my local needle shop, which is about an hour and a half away. There are a couple of needle point shops here that I want to try to check out, but I just haven't had the time to get up there. Their hours, you know, with me working, it's just hasn't worked out yet. So I'm hoping maybe this Wednesday I could go check them out and maybe pick up some more. But I'm also waiting to see what Lori sends me. So I'm going to try it. So stay tuned for that. So I just wanted to show you that was some stitching. I frogged it out. So now you can see where it's at and see what it looks like with that next one. Okay, I'm going to just set her up here nice. I'm not going to roll her. We'll just set her up. Then I worked on, this is a monochromatic. And again, I had to frog. See where that was going? That was a lot of my stitching time was frogging. All Souls for Landed by Quiltify Designs. It's got some new ones out. They're really kind of cool. So I like his designs. And I'm stitching this on 18 count shale with DMC 310. So I might have to put this behind there. Okay. So what I had these two owls done, and I had this outside border. I had come around to here, and it did not line up. So I had to frog all of that outside out. So then I got some more that then I restitched it in and went around, and now I'm working on this inner border. I put in a couple little motifs. So, yep. And like I said, some of the change-ups that I did, there was some other kind of animal here that I couldn't figure out what it was, and I didn't like the way it looked. So I put in a deer. And then over here, I had changed and put my initials here, and that is a purple. It's showing up. I think it's 154. So like the G was supposed to be where the P is, and so I just switched them up. So yep, so that's all souls for Landon, and I'm almost there. So I just need to finish this big motif. This one I want to get done this year. I started this in 2020 during the pandemic, on the Ides of March. And I haven't put in the year yet, but I think I'm going to put 2020 when I started it. I might then put down here somewhere the year that I ended, like 2023. So, but this reminds me of the pandemic. It's when I started it. I know a lot of people were doing the long dog samplers, and that's beautiful. But this one spoke to me more like pandemic. So I'm almost done. I'm working on this motif right here, this big one here. So I just have all this little bit here to finish. And it's not as dense as this. So yeah, I think I can get this done this year. So that's my wish. I keep saying wishes. That's my wish. If it's a goal, I don't always meet it, but it's my wish. So I just go put that here. Now, that is all of my works in progress, what I was working on so far this month. And I'm going to, my plans are to continue working on the bear and some of these others. I have some others that I could kind of switch out as far as like my monochromatics that I might work on. Like today I have a quilting group that I'm going to, and I might take Quaker Turtle and get a little bit more on that done. So that's why I was saying that my whip go kind of lends itself to being a excuse me, a category. So that is, you know, a monochromatic. So I might be able to work on that. Now for haul, I don't have a whole lot, but I did do this. So I was watching, you know, you always watch Flosstubes. And one popped up, and it was, I like her so much, and it's Ellen Reed with Maximum Power Hour Cross Stitch. Ellen Reed, Maximum Power Hour Cross Stitch. Long one. She's great. She's fun. I really enjoy hers. Well, she's been designing, and some of her designs are on her website, and some of her designs are, you can also find them on Evertotes. Yes, Evertotes. So she was talking about this one that she did, and I'll show it to you first. It's called the Friendship Sampler. Now, I'm not a traditional sampler quilter or sampler stitcher. I admire them. I think they're wonderful. A lot of them call for 1/1. So I've kind of steered from some of that. Many people use, and it's beautiful seeing it in one strand, but I would be stitching it with 2 strands because I like that saturation. And some of the things on there, I've liked a couple of elements, and some elements I don't like. And I love what she did with this. She has turned me into a sampler stitcher. I can't believe I had to buy this right away. I was telling Amy, oh my gosh, I can't believe I'm doing a sampler. I'm doing a Mirabilia, and now I'm doing a sampler. Not doing a Haid. Sorry, Amy. That one I know I'm never really going to go to is a Haid. But I love how I can change up some of these things. So I'm probably going to leave off the people. That's one thing that I'm like, So I'm able to move that up or put in some other things, you know. And she has that charted in here where you can like change it up, pick your colors. So I have kitted it up, and Amy and I are thinking about, after we finish with the Woods Sunday Sal, that we're going to start this together. And I have picked from my fabric is a 32 count platinum, because there is some over one. I'm going to try it. So this, and then I have all of my DMC. So this is all of my DMC. So I think it'll be really pretty. Now I might change up some of these colors as I go, because I tend to do that. So, but I think that's gonna be really pretty. And I'll be doing a sampler. Now, Scary Sampler is a sampler, but it's not your samplers, right? Or how some people kind of talk about samplers. So, excited about that. See how it goes. Well, I think that's all I have today. So, thank you all so much for watching and continuing to watch, and for all of you who subscribe and stick with me. I know I'm not very consistent. I try to get in here and do an update for you when I can. So thank you. I love your comments. So keep commenting. Keep in touch. It's a way to keep in touch. And I get to connect with you. I really enjoy that. So everyone, until next time, stay well, be kind, and enjoy your stitching time. Bye.